Hey, this is Brian. I am with Building Futures Marketing here in Mesa, Arizona, and I wanted to do a quick video about a tool that I've been using called the Auto Schema Generator, and it's part of the MapPack SEO toolbox. And I've got it on the screen right here. I'm going to go through, and I'm not going to do a whole video about the whole program because there's like 4 different programs that are included in it. I'm just going to talk specifically about the Auto Schema Generator in this video because I tend to talk a lot, and a longer video will go on forever, and I'll do that later, but this one I wanted to specifically go into. So if you don't know anything about Schema, basically Schema is it's a code language that is you put on websites to help communicate to search engines what a website is about. So they have all kinds of different types of schema. If you're making a review or a website that has a bunch of recipes, they've got specific recipe schema. If you've got FAQs on your website, they've got FAQ schema. They've got all kinds of different, and basically it's to help, again, we use Google mostly, but other search engines understand what the website and the content on specific URLs is about. So the type of schema that this is specifically working with is the local business schema to help search engines understand the type of business the website is specifically geared towards. So I'm going to go and get into the program, and then we'll talk about kind of how this works. All right. Let me get over here. So I've gone ahead and logged in. This is the URL. I'll have a link to this in the bottom below. And like I said, there are 4 different programs here. This is the Auto Schema. If you're wondering about the pricing, it is $129 a month or $1,000 a year. They do have a 1-day free trial, so you can try some of the stuff that I'm going to show you here just to see how it works. But I'm going to show it to you right now anyway. So I've gone ahead and logged in already. And so, like I mentioned, there are 4 different products or tools in the toolbox. With the Auto Schema Generator, let me talk about these other ones real quick just to give you a general idea of what they are. I'm not going to go in depth. The Map Magnet basically pulls information from a search term, water damage restoration, plumbing, lawyered, whatever, and then you give it coordinates, longitude and latitude, and it'll pull a bunch of information about the Google business profiles ranking in that area. And so and that's basically what that does, and it's pretty cool. It shows a lot of information that I'll show in another video. The GeoCircle KML I use those to create custom Google Maps, and we use this for a lot of different reasons. I'm not going to go into that. It's basically to put signals out for different keywords and stuff, and there's some debate about how useful or not useful that is. And again, I'll go over that in another video. And the Q&A wizard is something you can go to use to pull out Q&A information about your website, and to put for your Google business profile. I mean, you can do this manually, but this just helps. Sometimes you get stuck and you're not sure. It'll give you different ideas that you can use. So this is by far, well, these top 2 are the ones that I use the most. So the Auto Schema Generator, this is really easy to use. So if you haven't used Schema or haven't implemented it on your website, it is real important that you do that to help Google understand what the website's about. It's more likely to make it rank higher in the search engine, and for the relevant keywords that your business is associated with. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go here and get your place ID. Now you need to know this, for this to work, you need to have a business that has a physical location in Google Maps. It will not work for service area based businesses. I've tried to do because there's ways that you can get the ID for those. It still doesn't work. So you need to have a business that has a physical location. So let's look for ServPro of North Central Mesa. Also here in Mesa, Arizona. Come on, there we go. And we're going to get the place ID here. We're going to go back here. We're going to do this. And depending upon how many miles, you can do it how many miles you want. If I was doing this for the actual business, I'd probably do about 4 or 5 miles because the area that they service is not particularly large. Well, that they can at least advertise in. They can work anywhere. But anyway, They have different franchise guidelines as far as where they can market. So if you're in that situation, find out what that is, and you can kind of code this, but you can keep doing it back and forth to make sure you're getting, like, they don't have, it's not a credit system, so you can do it as much as you want. So let's say you try it and isn't getting too much coverage, maybe you don't want it, just do it again. Or if it's not getting enough, just do it again. And that's what's nice about it. It's not like, oh, well, I can only do it a certain amount of time and I've got it. You can use it as much as you want. So I'm going to go ahead and just put 15 miles in here, just to use as an example, and it'll show you the information that it pulls up. So some of the things that you use it for, obviously, if you have clients and you're doing SEO, you use it for your clients. And then you can always update it. One thing that's really cool is they're always trying to make this better. So it's not like you've got the program and that's it. They're always trying to add more schema, add more usefulness to the schema that you're going to be putting on the website. And so keep your eye out for updates, because once you create it for your business, you may just go ahead and update it because they have more information, right? And so it's not going to hurt your website to keep updating with better information anyway. So that's a good thing. So here's the information it's pulling. I'm going to run through it real quick. It looks like code. I don't like code. My twin brother got genes. He can read this stuff and create it. Like, he's brilliant with this stuff. I just like to make things look pretty and rank high. So just to give you a general idea of what this looks like, I'm going to go ahead and copy it and show you what Google is seeing when it looks at this. So we're going to go to the schema markup. You can see from here, I've had a couple versions of this video already. All right. So here's the script. We're going to run the test, and this is what Google is associating with this code. So we have the type of business. Again, it's a local business. The name of the business, the description, telephone number, hours of operation, website, the address, the city locations that they service, the zip codes. Like, it's pulling all this information. And sure, you could do this by hand if you really wanted to. There are tools that allow you to do it by hand. It would take you forever to get this in depth. And that's what's nice about this tool, is you can save a lot of time. And it pulls some of the reviews from the Google Business Profile, which is handy as well. Because we know that Google catalogs all that information. So we want to associate that with your website. So this is what Google is looking at when it's doing that code. So again, what's nice about it is you can use it as, it is in a credit system. You can create it and use it as much as you want. Anytime you get a new client, just run it again. You may use it for a friend, whatever. Here's another thing that I use it for. Okay, so let's talk about business owners. We all like to get more business. We like to get more clients, especially if you're starting out. Maybe you don't have any clients and you're looking at this. Why would you buy this? Okay, so businesses are getting hit up by everyone all the time, all day long. I know, because I get it too. So you want to do something that's going to set yourself apart from everybody else that's doing it. Hey, there's something broken on your website. Hey, there's no Facebook pixel. Hey, this or that. Like, they're getting the same thing over and over and over again. So you want to do something different that's going to catch their eye. Most business owners know nothing about what schema is or what it does. They may not have even heard of the term. So here's an approach that you can take. I've actually done this, and this is why I'm suggesting it. So what you could do, because you can run it over and over again, you can create as many as you want. Go to, search in Google or DuckDuckGo or whatever search engine you use, and find the businesses. Maybe go to the second page of the search engine so you can get low-hanging fruit, right? Because they're not ranking. And so go to them, get their email address, send them an email, and say, hey, I was trying to find something positive to do, so I want to do something to help your business. I went ahead and created this schema code for your website. Have a little blurb that explains what schema is and why it's important to their website. And then say, here, this is for you, put on your website. You put it in the header of your website, and just give it to your website guy, and they'll be able to take care of it. Now, a couple things are going to happen. So the first thing that could happen is they've got a website guy, right? And so they give it to their website guy to put it in their website. But then they're thinking, why hasn't my website guy already put this on my website? Why is this the first time that I'm hearing about this? So a lot of times they'll go and start asking questions. You like it when they're asking you questions, right? Because they're inquisitive. They want to know why you're doing something that they haven't already seen. Or if they have done the schema, why is the schema different? Again, you're getting them to ask you questions instead of you asking them questions. So that starts the conversation, and that could lead to good things. And look, even if you don't become a client, even if that's all they see, people are starting to associate positive things with your business and the way that you run, because you're not just, hey, give me. You're like, hey, I'm trying to give this out to you for free. And so they may say, hey, look, I talked to this one guy, or who gave this to me, but they're talking to a friend who runs a business. Hey, go and see if he can do it for your business as well, right? The other thing that could happen is they could look at it and say, well, we paid someone to build the website, or I built it myself. I don't have a website guy. I don't know how to do this. Hey, can you do this for me? How much would it cost for you to put it on there? And it takes like 5 minutes if you know what you're doing, right? Because you just put it in the header, whether you're using WordPress or Shopify or Wix or whatever. There's always, you can put it in the header, and it takes like 5 to 10 minutes once you get in there to do it. So charge them like $25, something cheap, but you still got to pay for your time, because you don't want to devalue your time in their eyes, right? And so, and there's a psychology behind getting people to start paying you money and getting used to paying you money, right? So the first thing, you've offered them something for free. They've started asking questions. They're communicating with you. Now they're paying you something. Now you're on your way to start getting a client. And is it going to happen every time? No, this isn't like some easy thing that's going to happen the first time, right? You're probably going to have to send out a ton of emails to get this done, and you don't want to spam out the emails. You want to be very specific. Well, you can't if you're sending out individualized schema. And sure, it takes a lot longer than spamming stuff out, but it's a lot more personal, and it's more useful to the person who's getting the email, and that's why you're going to stand out. So yeah, you're going to get a lot less emails out than if you're just sending a bunch all at one time with all the same information. But it's going to be a lot more successful when people actually read it and see what you're providing for them. And so again, it's not like a get a client in a day type thing. Like, you want to do it repeatedly over, just like anything. To be successful, you got to do it over and over and over again. But eventually you're going to see, hey, I'm starting to develop really good relationships with those people. And then you start to see that $129 isn't just for some code that you got. It's $129 to start developing relationships with businesses that you wouldn't have been able to develop otherwise. Not only that, but eventually you're going to start getting clients as well. Again, because of the relationships that you're building, and because you're being unique and offering something they're not seeing somewhere else. So now that $129 a month becomes a way to start making money from clients, where they're paying you anywhere from $500, $1,500, $3,000 a month, depending upon the industry that they're in. So I've got some clients that I charge $4,500 a month. And so it just depends. And so it's not going to be like that all the time, but all these relationships that you're building, you're doing because you're doing something different than what everybody else is doing, and you're offering something that they wouldn't have got somewhere else. So that's the value of this. Again, if you want to try it for yourself to get your feet wet, go and do it for a day for the free trial. See how it works, see how you like it. Try some of the other ones. Again, I'll do another longer video that talks about how the other programs in this work, and they're useful. They're really cool. Especially, I really like the Map Magnet one. There's a lot you can do with that. And you can do something similar to the schema to get leads with that as well. This is just something that you can do really fast, and it's really easy just to email out to people. So if you have any questions, put them in the link in the notes below. I don't know if this is going to be on Facebook or YouTube, probably both, or wherever else I decide to put it. If you have questions, let me know. Reach out to me, put it in the comments below, because chances are if you have questions about that, somebody else does as well. So please engage with this. I'm here to help. If you have any questions or want some other different ideas on how you can use this, I like to explore that. So, and I'll put, like I said, the links for the program below. I'll put links for anything I think is relevant in the comments below. Thanks a lot. I appreciate your time. I know that your time is valuable, especially if you're trying to build your business. So I do appreciate this. And then look out for my other video that's going to go more in depth on all the different programs together. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks. Bye.